Dr. Azim, this is our OOP final project. So we came out with a game called Maze Runner, and it's made by my group mates, me, Ling Hang Wei, Tay Sui Jet, and Brandon Ho. So what is this Maze Runner game all about? Well, a Maze Runner game is actually a 2D game that is made using only the console. So it's constrained to Unicode characters. Usually the console is made of ASCII characters, but we change it to Unicode so that there's more variety of characters we can use. Plus, this game is 2 players. So 2 players can play at once on the same computer. And also there's a lot of levels on this game, so you get a sense of progression.
So what is the mission of the game? Basically, there are 2 players involved. One is the chaser, which is in red, and one is the runner, which is in blue. Basically, the chaser needs to hunt down the runner to obtain victory, while the runner needs to run to the finishing portal, which is in green, without getting caught by the chaser. So there's a twist in the game, which is the runner will have a decrease in movement speed for 1 second with every collision to the wall. Next up, the runner gets a 2.5 seconds head start before the chaser is able to move. And the third twist is, in some levels, the portal only appears after a set amount of time.
Hello, Dr. Azim. The controls for the game are quite simple. For the chaser will use the WASD keys on the keyboard to control its movement up, left, down, and right. And for the runner, it will use the up, down, left, right keys on the keyboard. So this is a layout and the layout of the game. So the green is the portal, which opens up after a certain amount of time that the runner, which is in blue, has to run into to pass to the next level. While the chaser is in red and has to catch the runner to obtain victory.
Hi sir. So I want to talk about market research targeted audience. So this game is targeted at all ages. It's very suitable to both children and adults, and it also promotes interaction between families and your friends. And it gives a sense of challenge when you're playing with your parents or your friends. So it's very attractive. And it's very easy to play and not consume a lot of time to play this game. So these are the conclusions my teammate already mentioned before. It's simple 2D console game using Unicode characters and easy to grasp by all ages, local multiplayer player, and gives a sense of challenge. Okay, so this is the code that is used to make the game. So we start with this game class. Okay, this game class includes a lot of headers. One of the most important header is the OLC console game engine, which is actually the library that we use to make this possible. Scroll down. As you can see, first there's some static members like the screen height, screen width, and the tile size. Tile size is actually the map. It's for the map now. So each map, right, has is made by tiles, and each tile is an 8 by 8. Is the size of 8 by 8 characters. So you see the game class. The game class inherits from the OLC console game engine. And you go down, you can see it has sprites, attributes of sprites. There's it contains game objects, and it's like a vector of game objects, and there's also a vector of vector of vector of characters called levels. So the vector of vector is actually this, which is consisting of the map's information that is in characters, and then a vector of this vector is all the different levels. So there's a lot of maps, and then there's also all this information that determines how the games play out, like the head start timer, the portal appear, how long does the portal take to appear. Then there's functions like load level, load next level, unload the level, and then there's also functions that is inherited from the OLC console game engine that is responsible for the game loop. First, on user create, it's responsible. It runs when the program first starts.
Then after on user update runs when every frame. So then there's a parameter called delta time, which is the time between each frame, which is very useful for calculating movement that is not frame rate dependent. Then there's also reset, which this resets the game, and when usually we call this like between levels. Then there's on user destroy, it's used to free up memory. So it's called when the game ends. And then there's some Boolean variables for like to keep track of the chaser win, runner win, the chaser's release, and when the portal is visible. And then down here is all the implementation for each function. Okay. Like let's say, for instance, the load level. We actually use what we do is each level information is stored in a notepad, a TXT file, and each TXT file is inside there is like a grid of characters. And here is where we read the grid of characters and make sense of each character. So up here is, before we load each level, we unload the current level that's being loaded. Then, so first we'll create a map, and then we'll have the map color be black. So all those obstacles you see will be black color. Then we add it to the list of game objects that we have. Then there's the for loop. The for loop loops through each character in the file, and we check if the character is an F, then we'll put a portal there. F stands for finish. If the character is an R, then we'll spawn a player there with the color blue. So that will be the runner. If the character is C, then we'll spawn a red player. That's the chaser. So this function is the load next level, which loads the next level. Then go down. Then there's the unload level function, which just deletes the game object. Use the delete keyword. On user create all the levels, and then link all the sprites to sprites that are actually stored in the file. Then you scroll down. This is the update loop. So if we check the chaser win, runner wins, go down, and then this portion is for like setting the time of the head start and the time of when the portal appears. Then this is where we fill the background with cyan, the color cyan, and then here we take every game object we have and update them. And go down. This is the reset. We just set everything to false and like the initial state. And then when we destroy, we unload the level, which in turn calls the delete functions. Yeah.
To just briefly bring it through, we have the game object header, which is a class which contains every element in the game, which is something like the portal, the player, the chaser, and the runner. So this is basically an abstract class. Basically, these three are the derived class: the player header, the portal header, and also the map. So the player is basically the chaser and the runner. The portal is what happens when the chaser and the runner reaches the portal, and we also have the map, which is the collision and the movement. So next up, in this class we have the x and y coordinates. Here we have basically it's a struct which contains x and y. It's a coordinate which covers everything in the map and also the movement. And lastly, this is the main CDP. It's a client code which basically just calls an object, an instance of game, and it constructs the console and also starts the game.
Cool. So as you can see, the runner has a 2.5 seconds head start as compared to the chaser.
So when the runner collides with the wall, and we'll delay movement speeds.
So as the runner is about to enter the portal, the runner will enter the next level, and then a text file of runner wins will be displayed onto the screen. And then to go to the next level, you press spacebar.
So for the next level, the portal will show up after a certain of time, like 10 seconds.
But as you can see, when the chaser catches up to the runner, a chaser wins text will be displayed onto the display, and then a press space to restart will be
The next level.
will be texted also. Yeah, so the portal delay is implemented in this level. So the chaser has to chase the runner for a certain amount of time before the portal opens for the runner to enter. Yeah,
So the runner is wins.
I'll just play.
so this is just some other levels
Okay.
to show gameplay of our project.
I'm sure.
So for reading
As you can see, this is an example of the portal opening up after a certain amount of time.
Come get me, bro. Please,
Bro.
Pro.
Oh, it's so fun.
Oh shit. Oh. Yeah. Next level. Oh shit. Look at me. Straight. Oh fuck. Gaming speak.
Oh!
Yeah.